Wait. I did not know this feature existed on this monitor. This thing is sick. Yo, what was going on, guys? I'm really hoping I can get through this video without Mrs. Sausage over here barking at people on the street like he has been all day. You gonna let that happen? Yeah? Alright, let's get into it. So I've been quite busy recently with some really cool projects. And I just wanted to share some of the things that are making my life easier, the workflow faster, or just the general experience of filmmaking better. So we're gonna get started with the one I am most excited for, and genuinely it has been a complete game changer to my filmmaking. Hollyland Pyro 7. And as you can see, I'm using it to monitor myself now, but why I'm so excited about this is, if you look at it, there's nothing connected other than batteries. So this monitor also has built in a transmitter and receiver function. So I have a transmitter on my FX6 right now, and the receiver is just directly built into this monitor. Like on many shoots, the client, the director, the AC, they're gonna need another monitor to see the camera feed. Well, with this, you only need a transmitter to go on the camera, and then this is a standalone thing. You don't have to have a whole rig of a monitor, a receiver, a case to hold it all, the batteries, everything is inside this package of the monitor. You slide the batteries in, and as you can see, there are two different batteries, so you can hot swap them. So the monitor's still on, battery out, battery in, battery out, battery in. So it's really nice to have that dual battery option, because not only do you have double the power, but just being able to hot swap batteries if one's running lower than the other and still being able to use the monitor, for me, that is a game changer. And that's not to forget all the normal specs that are already included, 1200 nit brightness, touchscreen, waveform, LUTs, being able to receive 4 different sources at a time. And literally just now, while I was playing with this, I just learned you can take a screenshot on this monitor and then overlay that screenshot so you can use it as a reference point or something to shot match. Yeah. This thing is on another level. I think you can see that. So this is obviously me moving around now, but as you can see, there's like a 50% watermark or a still of me already there. So, what? So on the monitor alone, it stores it all internally. You can literally just take a screenshot and then have your reference point there. Honestly, yeah. Hollyland Pyro 7. It has my seal of approval. And sticking onto the theme of Hollyland, the next item are these Hollyland wireless mics. Wireless mics are essential for content creators these days, and these are personally my new favorites. They are absolutely tiny, they sound good, and my favorite part is just, how subtle they are. They really don't look like mics at all. Okay, mics connected. How does it sound? Obviously, it can be very different to a very expensive boom mic, but for these tiny mics, I do think they are absolutely incredible.
This is going to stick because my top is absolutely soaked. All right, in the gym. How does it sound? Can you hear me well? This is with no noise cancellation. Oh, can you hear me?
So they do have a built-in noise cancellation feature, but I personally don't use it too much. I prefer doing these things in post and just having more control.
All right, we go again with noise cancellation. I'm really hoping this works because I really like these mics and I'll be disappointed if it doesn't sound good. Here we go. Hydrate. I'm really lucky I put this mic so low, otherwise this bar would have definitely crushed it. There it is. Oh, that's heavy.
However, there have been times where I've been traveling or just doing things on my phone where I don't want to edit much after, and it's just nice to have that built-in noise cancellation just already there.
All right, I'm going to redo that last set. This is without noise cancellation, but from now, this is noise cancellation in post, just to see which is better.
And what I also really like about these mics is for phone users, all you need to record audio is this tiny little thing on the mic. You don't need the much bigger receiver that you'd need to use on a camera. So I just like that they're thinking about phone users and how you wouldn't be a small package, and instead of that big receiver, just use this tiny thing. And the last super nice touch on these mics is that it comes with all these different stickers, so you can actually cover the Hollyland logo on the top and just
cover it with a sticker. So maybe you're using this at a wedding or just on regular clothes. There's a black t-shirt, you can just put a black sticker over it. You can cover it up just to make it that much more subtle. Holyland, you're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Now moving more directly into the camera department, and that is a super wide lens. Now depending on the camera system you're using will obviously determine the options you have available, but I'm using this super small Sigma 10-18. JC, that's a crop censored lens. So what if it's meant for APS-C cameras? Nah, I'm joking. But yes, this is meant for APS-C cameras, but with a few tweaks, you can make it work on your full frame camera. So by default, when it's at its widest, you do see this vignetting around the edges. But when you zoom in to about 12mm, it's pretty much gone. And then when you add the crop from the active stabilization on the FX3, you literally can't tell that this isn't made for a full frame camera. Now why I chose this over the full frame equivalent is one, the price, that you can't beat it, and two, it's just the size. It's so small, so it just makes for so many unique types of shots. I put this in places where a normal camera lens wouldn't be able to fit, but because this is tiny, I have no issue putting this in difficult places. Now moving on to the cheapest item in this video, and that is something I think a lot of people have forgotten about, with the increased popularity of the AirPods, AirPods Max, Sony's WH-1000, XYZ, JK headphones. There's so many different options out there that a lot of people forget about the normal wide headphone. A pair of headphones, wired headphones. Now I can't remember the exact name of these, but I will put it down below and link everything in the description. But honestly, these have been one of the best purchases I've made in the past 2 years, just because they still look brand new. They work just like they did when I first got them, and they're just, you don't have to think about them too much. You just scrunch them up, put them in the corner of your bag, They're not things you need to be really careful of, like my AirPods. Like, I'm so protective over them because they cost quite a lot of money. Whereas this was what, like, I think 16, 17 pounds. They sound great. I'm not using it for, sound dialogue and stuff. I'm using it just to edit on or to monitor audio when I'm doing an interview or just filming things where I need to make sure things aren't clipping. And for the price, you just can't go wrong. So I would definitely recommend these. Oh, and one other pro about them is how cool and official you look whilst you're wearing them. Them wrapping around your ears, it just puts it up a little bit. It's the equivalent of having a matte box in your camera. It just takes you to another level. Now, interjecting this slightly with a bonus item that isn't technically a piece of gear, but it's some software that has absolutely been a game changer for me, and that is Motion VFX. Now, if you haven't started to use Motion VFX in your workflow, you're playing yourself. Motion VFX provides effects packs, transitions, overlays, basically everything to make your post-production workflow even easier. All the transitions, titles, motion graphics, everything you've seen in this video so far, it's all been provided by Motion VFX, and all I have to do is just customize them how I want them. And for me, while they are so clear of any other competitor, it's just how well they work in DaVinci Resolve. You literally download the pack from the site, install it with their M-Installer app, and then use the product. Like, it's literally that simple. Once you have it installed through the M-Installer, it automatically registers onto your DaVinci Resolve, and you're free to drag and drop from there. This here is a mini documentary I made for a client a few weeks ago, and you can see the different titles that I'm putting on it. I wouldn't be able to do this myself, and the amount of time I would have to put on the keyframes and the size and doing all that, I ain't got time for that. So having Motion VFX just makes this whole thing a whole lot easier. Make sure you click the link in the description to try out Motion VFX for yourself. And before I get any questions about it, yes, they do work on DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut, and Premiere Pro. Finishing off with the last step of the creative process, and that is storage. These tiny little SSDs have been an absolute game changer for me. This tiny thing here has 4 terabytes of super fast storage inside. Like, it is crazy how technology is getting so small and so good these days, but I can't recommend these crucial X10s enough. I actually first discovered these when I wanted to shoot some content on my phone. When the ProRes came out, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I didn't want to have that all internally, so I thought, let's try and get a small SSD that I can record to. Came across this, and I now have multiple of these because they work so well. I don't really film on ProRes that much on my phone, but for my daily editing, these are my go-to. Annoyingly, when I bought my Mac, I only put 1 terabyte of storage in. Never making that mistake again, but in hindsight, maybe it wasn't that bad of an idea. 4 terabytes on this is a lot cheaper than 1 terabyte on the Mac. But for those who don't know, an SSD simply stands for solid state drive. And this just means there's no moving parts, and with the mixture of whatever other technology they have inside, these are just a lot faster and a lot more efficient than your traditional hard drive storage. So if you're still editing and doing your daily stuff on a lacy hard drive, you're playing yourself. definitely get one of these. Even if it's not the X10. The X10 is like the top of the line, but they have, I think, X6, X8, X9, and X10. I think that's correct. I have an X6, 8, and 2 X10s. You can see Crucial is a company that I've been sticking with for a long time just because I've never had any issues with their products. So if you would like your mind blown with these crazy fast SSDs, I definitely recommend the Crucial X10s. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you've got a lesson, laugh, or light bulb moment from this video, I'd really appreciate it if you drop a like down below. And if you're feeling extra nice, you could hit the subscribe button, but I will leave that option up to you. With that being said, I will catch you in the next one. See ya. Look at that face. That face deserves a like on this video. Thank you for being so quiet and patient while I did this video. Let's go for a walk.